my fellow citizens, the dangers to our country and the world will be overcome. We will defend our freedom. We will bring freedom to others, and we will prevail. May God bless our country and all who defend her.
I think, with a whole bunch of things at the same time, because they want total chaos, the appearance of total chaos to create ultimate terror worldwide.
Why are the globalists so obsessed with behavioral psychology and programming us and showing us acts of murder and violence? They admit to program us and acclimate us.
Right, they're desensitizing us to the great kill that's coming, okay? Listen, Alex, I have wept. My heart is broken for what's coming. If one person, two people, 2,000, 200,000, 2 million listen to you and I.
Law enforcement agencies joined together for anti-terrorism initiative, and I was told about this by locals. The cops have been told they're getting ready for martial law. Then you read it: nighttime curfews, arresting people, checkpoints, randomly shaking everyone down, hundreds of arrests for not having insurance or what. I mean, this is feds with military running around in Memphis, and they're calling it anti-terror, and then randomly, I mean, this is a martial law takeover drill. They admit it. I mean, and they're doing this all over the country, Bob.
I know that for some time, and all I can say is, and I don't like to say this, they better get ready to get dead, because that's what's going to happen. The American people are not going to lay down for this. There's 450 million weapons in this country, and people know how to use them. And if the mercenaries and the military and the police think they're going to stop them, they're crazy.
Stop you. You have the elite, the global elite that understand how humans operate, the first psychologist, the first psychiatrist who made a study of how humans operate. And then they can infiltrate anybody, any hierarchical organization, any system, and take control of it, and then even play different sides of their own mechanism off against each other, because they know that you want the illusion of choice. And so they're in the Masons, they're in the Catholics, they're in the Protestants, they're in the governments, they're in the corporations, like for like. The elite congregate with the elite. The elite go to the same schools. The elite go on vacations together. Alan, you want to explain this to him?
Now, because we may not have this ability in the near future to get this kind of information out. If they're successful with this next false flag bombing of 3 cities that they hope to pull off.
And that's the intel you're getting?
That's the intel we're getting, that if they're successful, and we're asking all of our listeners
tell everybody what the Stasi is. It's the most repressive, secret police regime behind the Iron Curtain that even gave the KGB and the Romanians a run for their money. In other words, this wasn't a man who was a functionary at some big level. This was the man. And I was told by someone who now, I don't even know if they're alive, former officer at FEMA, watch commander. The point is, I was told that the Department of Homeland Security is going to have their people in neighborhood watch groups. And you know what the number one question that they're prepping everybody for? Tell on your neighbor that might not be favorable to New World Order.
Another story, a well-known Palestinian activist, no criminal record, local school teacher, had been arrested and they tried to frame him. He was suing the FBI. He was found hands, feet, and mouth gagged, bound, dead in the river in Austin. And the FBI went and fished him out and said, oh, he committed suicide today in Austin.
Well, that just goes to show you that you can't trust the FBI. And if they come to your house, you know what to do.
I want Americans and all the world to know that coalition forces will make every effort to spare innocent civilians from harm.
Minimum force won't work in the city. Better take some hard work.